Alright, I want to do a live stream. Not quite at the close today. 2 p.m. Thursday. And today I've been looking at Ride really close. So I wanted to give you an update on one of my callouts. Lordstown Motors set to merge with this ticker, Ride. Right now it's still in its SPAC stage, so they're raising money and they're set to merge with this company, bringing the first fully electric pickup truck to market this September. I'm watching the time and sales here on the right side, so I'm watching the buys come through here. You can see when people what they're paying and the amount of shares in the order and the time, so to the second. And then obviously the chart on my left, looking at a 1 day 1 minute chart, and I'm zoomed in. This is the entire day. I was zoomed into from about 12:30 to now 2 o'clock, so the last hour and a half I'm kind of zoomed in looking at these 1 minute candles. We have our 180-day moving average here, and here we can see is the 50-day moving average, and then our quickest moving average here is the 9-day. So it just averages the price action in the last 9 days, the last 50 days, and the last 180 days. We're basically we're not at the lows of the day, but the stock is down almost 11% today. Kind of dumping as I speak. The RSI down below the chart. This tells you when a stock is overbought or oversold. Right now it's oversold. I know that because it's below this line. When it's above the line, it means it's overbought. So usually when it's down here, it's the signal to buy, and usually when it's up here, it's a signal to sell. And it clearly lines up with the chart above it. It's not the only indicator you want to use, because you can't just, trading isn't an exact science ever. It's more of an art that you'll get better at as you combine different indicators. But I've heard some traders say they use the RSI last. They'll base their trades on, the charts and maybe some fundamentals, and then they'll use the RSI to confirm their trade. Right now the stock just seems to be dumping. However, go to a 6-month chart and see what's going on. So there's a clear range from this area, the low 13s, all the way up to over 30. It fell down pretty hard in the past, broke below the 180-day, recovered all the way up to the similar area of resistance up at 30. Since then has really came crashing down, and there's been a recent fraud report which has caused it to go down even farther. That's part of the reason I want to make a video. Is basically the short firm Hindenburg said that they weren't a real company. They were well, not exactly they weren't a real company, but their orders for their pickup trucks, they were saying that they weren't real orders, as all they were pre-orders. But the thing is they're taking orders for their trucks exactly how Tesla and all the other EV startups did. So there's nothing different. And I also wanted to show you guys the recent price targets today. So my news section down here at 11:53 p.m. we had Goldman Sachs adjust their price target from 20 or 229 from 31, and they keep their buy rating. So it's down at $13, and I can imagine a lot of shorts right now are kind of squirming seeing that price target. We see this one here. You can't put too much stake in this, but this one's giving it a $10 from a 15 and giving it a sell. So I mean, who knows, maybe they're shorting the company themselves, because then the very next one down here we have this analyst giving it a target of 40, which is lower from where they had it at 50, maintaining that buy rating, and that also came in just before noon today. So to me, I mean, you don't put too much faith in what the analysts say, but they're clearly giving it price targets back up over its two highs that it's kind of struggled at. Again, the company is set to release a pickup truck this September. You can look them up online. Lordstown Motors. The truck looks pretty good. And I recently learned today that they're going to be competing in a race on the Baja Desert April 17th, I believe. So they're going to be putting this new endurance pickup truck to the test in that race. I believe is over 200 miles. So that should be interesting. Zoom back into the one-day chart. What's going on? So this is pre-market trading here. The market opens up early. The big boys trading at 4 o'clock, so they dumped it at 4 o'clock this morning. I was holding about 100 shares from yesterday, so they dumped it on me. I can't trade till 7 o'clock, so I was kind of watching it this morning. Where are we at? 7 o'clock here. So from 7, it dumps again. I was kind of watching it. And unfortunately I was buying it earlier this morning up closer to this 180 day, which I normally don't do. I mean, it's good when after you've rebound, but usually you want to make sure that it really is going up, because obviously you see here ever since, I mean, this is 8 morning, it just dumped. Well, actually this is when the CEO went on CNBC this morning, and he responded to those accusations about the orders. He literally went on CNBC at 8:20. So we see 8:20, and he basically said, that's how all of the startups, that's how Tesla is actually still taking orders for their new Cybertruck, is you put $100 deposit, and it's a non-binding order. I mean, you can back out. It's nothing like set in stone. So they're doing it exactly the same way. In my eyes, Hindenburg is just using that just as a news story or whatever to scare people out of their shares. I know that there's a lot of buying going on today. You can see that the bears and the bulls are definitely fighting it out, but there's been some institutions buying today, large buy orders. The volume's cranking today. Fidelity's been putting it into some of their ETFs. So again, we're at a one-day chart here, so we can see it's recently way oversold. If I zoom in, you see that huge candle, so I kind of missed it when I was talking. This is a 1 minute candle. It jumped from 1336 all the way up to 1346, which doesn't seem big, but that is a big move in 1 minute on a 1 minute candle. So you can see the bulls and the bears are fighting. In my opinion, the shorts will start to cover their positions eventually, seeing these new price targets come in at about double, triple where the price is now. Again, there's been a lot of volume buying today, so I'm hoping that this does reverse around